Hello, Dave Kenworthy here. It's the 28th of the 9th, 2021, and we're looking at a picture of the well at Old Sarum. You can see there are 3 red lines on this diagram, and 2 of these lines that are heading into the wall at the back of the photograph. They're going all the way up to Orkneys. The one on the left is going to the Brodgar, and the one on the right is going to the Stennisstone Circle. And to the south, they're both starting from Hengistbury Head. Now, I'm on Google Earth, and I can drag this picture out to the actual map. So if I exit Street View, we can look down on Old Sarum, and then if we pull away, we can see the lines beginning to appear. There they are. Now these lines have come all the way down from the Orkneys down to Hengistbury Head, and what I want to show on this video is the distance between Old Sarum and Avebury, because my theory is that Old Sarum is the megalithic capital of the UK, and it represents the sun. And the name Old Sarum or Old Saros suggests that it does indeed represent the solar cycle. And at Giza, I'm suggesting that the Giza base represents 366.66 recurring solar days. And I'm also suggesting that the eclipse unit is 14.666 imperial inches. It can also be imperial feet. It can also be imperial miles. And what we're going to find now is that when Old Sarum represents the sun, we'll find that Avebury is describing a circle around Old Sarum that represents 366 days. 366.666 days, and when we actually do the calculation, we'll find the circle also represents in miles 146.666 recurring miles. And to find this, we've got to use pi as 22/7, and we've got to establish that the distance between Old Sarum and Avebury is 123,200 imperial feet, and that's what we're about to do now. So we've got to click on Tools, and we're going to measure the distance between Old Sarum and Avebury, remembering that this map is the map these lines were drawn in the very first presentation in this series of presentations. So I'm going to go there as the centre of Old Sarum as an estimate. You can see that it's pretty reasonable. If I was going to be super accurate, I'd start from the well, because I think that is the centre of Old Sarum, the ancient well. Oh, I've made a mistake already. Place that back there. And now we're going to have to pull out so that we can find Avebury on the map. And there's Stonehenge. That's Stonehenge Cursus that we're at now. And if we pull out further, there's Avebury. It's there on this line. So we take that up to Avebury. And what I'm saying is I'm looking at 123,200 imperial feet. So if we drag this down and centralise it, we can zoom in on Avebury. You can see the Avebury circle coming to light now. And because I've already set this line, I know what I'm looking for. So here we go. One, two, 3,200 feet. I hope you can see that on the left hand side here. So that's the radius of the circle, 123,200 feet. I didn't expect it to be that easy, but because I've preset the circle, turns out it was. So what's the mathematics of this? Let's have a look. Go onto an empty sheet, increase its size. You can see I'm not very well prepared for this, but we go 123,200. No, we don't. We go 123,200 and multiply that by 2 because it's a radius. And then we multiply it by 22/7. And then we divide it by 5280. And there is the number of miles in the circle drawn from old Sarum, the sun, representing Avebury, the earth, describing 146,666 miles around old Sarum in a complete circle. So how do we get 366.666 recurring solar days? Well, we have to look at 7744 and we divide it by 1056 times 2, which is a well-known, that's the long foot. 1.056 feet is the long foot, so that's long feet, and 1,000 long feet. We're going to multiply it by 2. And then we're going to divide that number of feet, which is 146.666 miles, by 2112. We get 366.666 solar days, which is exactly the same number as the Giza base, but the Giza base is in units of 100 imperial inches. So what I'm suggesting is that the designers of the solar system that lies on Salisbury Plain were the same people that designed the Giza pyramid, and they were using the same units. And we've already found that the Mayan Zapal in centimetres is 146.666 centimetres. And this is the key unit, this eclipse unit. And there are other analyses on Salisbury Plain that we can look at, because the distance from Stonehenge to Avebury is significant, and the distance from Old Sarum to Stonehenge is significant. But just for now, this distance of 146.666 miles as the orbit of Avebury around Old Sarum cannot be denied by looking at the quality of this presentation and of the accuracy of Google Earth, because everything that I've been saying about the ability of these people, everything that Howard Crowhurst is saying about the ability of these people, everything that Bill Wilkinson is saying about the ability of these people, and many, many more metrologists, they're all saying the same thing, that these people laid out their monuments with hyper accuracy over very, very long distances. And here's yet another example of it, And these people, as Alexander Thom said, were predicting eclipses. And the eclipse unit is 5280 feet divided by 360 degrees. So there are 360 eclipse units in a circle, and the circle perimeter is 1 mile. Thank you for that.